An effort to protect Nevada during extreme heat. Last week, we told you how Senator Jackie Rosen is spearheading an effort to bring federal dollars to southern Nevada to help during heat emergencies. After events like fires, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, and earthquakes, the president can declare a natural disaster area, meaning federal dollars are immediately available for help. But that is not yet the case for extreme heat waves. Only on Fox 5 tonight, now Senator Rosen is adding to that effort, introducing a bipartisan bill today to protect one of Nevada's most precious resources during extreme heat emergencies, our drinking water infrastructure.
Extreme heat kills in the same way that extreme cold does. We have vulnerable populations.
527 Southern Nevadans died from heat-related causes during the record heat in 2024, when the temperature in Las Vegas reached a record 120 degrees and 112 days, almost a third of the year, reached triple digits. While extreme heat can be deadly, it also can be destructive. Senator Rosen says communities facing extreme temperatures are vulnerable to drinking water contamination and interruptions. Rapid temperature changes can weaken underground pipes, and extreme heat can warm drinking water enough to grow toxic microorganisms and expose the water to plastic or metal pollutants from overheated pipes. Along with Republican Senator John Curtis of Utah, Democrat Jackie Rosen co-introduced the Protecting America's Drinking Water from Extreme Temperatures Act. It would make extreme temperatures, like extreme heat, an eligible condition for public water systems to apply for EPA money.
When you look at our local water system, pipelines are usually buried to a depth where they can be within the cooler soils.
The Las Vegas Valley Water District has expressed support, though Bronson Mack, outreach manager for the Southern Nevada Water Authority, says Southern Nevada is specifically built to withstand our extreme heat.
There is no doubt that Southern Nevada's water system is among the most reliable in the country. I mean, our occurrences of water main failures, water main breaks is 8 times below the national average.
And Southern Nevada water systems have been impacted by natural disasters in the past, like in 2023, when a tropical storm did significant damage to the Kyle Canyon water system and left those living on Mount Charleston with no clean drinking water for weeks.